Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome on in. This is a fun Thursday night. I hope everybody's had a good one so far. Lady QEW, you made it. Yay. Yeah. So, what is it that we're going to do today? Because that was, if you were here in time for that, a little bit of a different intro video. That is a...
Lady Q just resubscribed for 30 months. Hey honey, I did all the dishes, love you, oh, ooh, 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 ooh.
I love you too. So, and thank you for doing all of the dishes. I appreciate that. It helped me get this started relatively close to a semblance of some definition of on time. Yes, normally we do the dishes together. But today we did not get a chance to do that. So, today we are going to be starting a old game, a new game, a bit of both really. So, the game that we're going to be playing is Colossal Cave. It's by Cygnus Entertainment, kind of. So what this is a modern interpretation of the first adventure game for computers. Hence the little stream title there, Run Advent. That would have been what you would have typed on a PDP-11 to start off the game Adventure. Probably played on printers more than screens back in the day, because that was certainly one of the cheaper options for a PDP-11 display. But we're going to get into that. So let's pop over here to this. Yeah, so Colossal Cave was released earlier this year. Also known as Colossal Cave Adventure or Adventure. Again, sort of originally developed by William Crowther back, I think, in 1976. Don Woods is known for enhancing the game, making it a little bit more game-like. That was 1977, 1978. And Cygnus Entertainment is perhaps better known by the sort of two leads of Cygnus Entertainment, and that is Roberta Williams and Ken Williams, who others here might know as the founders of Sierra Online. The Roberta Williams created King's Quest. Ken Williams appears in a Space Quest game, has a little cameo in the ending of Space Quest 3. So yeah, gaming industry pioneers Ken and Roberta Williams went back to the 70s for a game idea and gave us this new version of Colossal Cave. So I'm just gonna get into it. I have started this game, so I do need to clear out the save data first. And I think that'll clear it out completely. I've struggled with this, and Steam makes clearing out local save data very difficult if you're going to use Steam Cloud for saving. If anybody has like a really great automated solution for clearing out some local save files, I would love it. Should have bought this through GOG. If it's available on GOG, I don't know. Anyways, Colossal Cave, let's get into it. Okay, that was delightful and reminded me of many a Sierra opening. Hi, I'm a little teapot. Nice to see you. It has that vibe. You know what I mean? It has that vibe. So this is Colossal Cave. Let's, it definitely sounds like a big thing. Maybe we should go about this game. Help? Okay, so we're playing this with keyboard and mouse as is the way one should play these things. I agree it would look like that. So yeah, a little bit more modern. Let's see about this game. Colossal Cave is a reimagining of the original text-based adventure game first introduced in 1975 by Will Crowther and Don Woods as a fully immersive 3D VR experience. Note, I am not playing this in VR. I do not have the space for that. Colossal Cave is already well known to tens of millions of gamers worldwide. Several elements of the game, such as code words XYZZY and PLUH, are recognized instantly by many gamers. Roberta Williams, who has received widespread industry recognition, including several Hall of Fame awards, and who is the designer of industry-leading hit games, including King's Quest, Phantasmagoria, Black Cauldron, and many more, is adapting the game for the VR world and bringing to life its many characters. In the game, players explore a vast and extensive cave, seeking treasures within. Along the way, they will encounter a variety of characters, some of whom will attack and some of whom will entertain. For example, there is a troll at the troll bridge, a bear, a snake, dwarves, and a pirate. The player's quest is to find all the treasure. The challenge is not easy, and there will be a wide variety of puzzles to overcome. Hello, Poison Darth Frog. The caving is going pretty about to beginness. The fact that there's most functionality puts it about a decade ahead of where I am in my respective gaming. I think that is possibly there's most support in like games by the time you get to like 1988, 1989. I'm not that far behind. But thank you for redeeming save, Plumberry Muffin. We are going to go to a new game. It's not going to complain that I have save games? Okay, cool. I'll take that. Colossal Cave 2023 is replicating the historic text-based game's experience and wit. Before beginning, here is an important tip. Taking instructions will cost you 5 points, but it will allow you to spend more exploration time because your lamplight will last twice as long. This is helpful when learning the game and forming your strategies. However, deciding that you are ready to play with the intent of earning the coveted 350-point score, you cannot take instructions because of the need of keeping those 5 points. One last warning, in choosing not to take instructions, thereby keeping those 5 points, you will also have much less lamplight. This strategy should be used by well-practiced players who are ready to try for the maximum 350-point score. We strongly recommend that new players always take instructions when starting a new game. I have never played this before, so I will take instructions on this playthrough, and then hopefully we'll get to do a second playthrough where we can try to get on 100%. All right. Taking
Somewhere
instructions.
Nearby is Colossal Cave, where others have found fortunes in treasure and gold. It is rumored that some who enter are never to be seen again, and magic is said to permeate the cave. I know of places, actions, and things. Take me with you, and I will be your eyes and hands. Keep watch on your compass. It will guide you through the cave. I know of a few special objects, such as a black rod hidden in the cave. Take these objects and carry them in your inventory, which will show you the items you're carrying. Some objects have side effects. For instance, the rod scares the bird, and usually people unsuccessfully manipulating an object are attempting something beyond their or my capabilities, and should try a different tack.
A delightful little bit of an introduction here.
Take heed that cave passages turn often, and realize that exiting one room to the north does not always guarantee entering the next from the south. And just because you enter a room one time without issue does not mean that you won't be rechanneled elsewhere the next. To get full credit for a treasure, you must leave it safely in the little building, though you do get partial credit for just locating the treasure. Points get lost for getting killed, or for quitting, though the former costs you more. Also, points are based on how much of the cave you've managed to explore. There is a large bonus just for penetrating the deeper cave, distinguishing the beginners from the rest of the pack.
Ooh, hello SNK Tarma, nice to see you. And catching up on chat emulated DOS programs are troubling, Settle Down Beavis. The 386 sitting in one of our network closets that's used for a lighting controller is a little bit more concerning. So it's not roguelike in that this is not, as far as I know, randomized. So I think, though there are occasional random elements, I believe there is a thief character, as there have been in Zork. And I believe there might be a wolf or something like that. There is just a bit of randomness, but generally speaking, you can walk through to max this out. But we're going to go in exploring this blind.
There are other ways to determine whether you've survived some of the more harrowing sections. And if you think you've found all the treasures, just keep exploring for a while. There's more to discover. Occasionally, I may offer hints if you seem to be having trouble. If I do, I'll warn you in advance how much it will cost your score to accept the hints. Good luck.
All right, we're going to see how sassy this narrator gets. Okay, would we like to play with auto mapping? So the game Colossal Cave can automatically map your journey as you play. This is recommended, although adventure game aficionados may not want this for themselves. We are definitely auto mapping this. If you have played the game previously, would you like to clear your existing maps and start making new ones? Yes, absolutely. Here we go.
You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. A small stream flows out of the building and down a gully.
Okay, delightful. We have a little bit of an outer world to explore. I think tab was... No, okay, tab is inventory. Escape is... What is my... Map is M. Okay, cool. Map is M. We have a little bit of a blocked road, an open forest, and there we have our east, south, and west. This is a much more detailed map than I would ever draw myself. I will say that. So let's see. Let's save the game because we have been... Oh my gosh, this is quite the interface. I like how this interface is clearly definitely viable for VR, but we'll save there. So we have 27 out of 350 points. I wonder what happened there, but there's a nice little path here.
You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. A small stream flows out of the building and down a gully.
So we can't jump or anything like that. I don't think. Let's check the controls. Oh, that's true. That eye does match the controls. Invert view. Player locomotion is mouse and keyboard. It will definitely do mouse and keyboard. Okay, escape piece. Sprint. So we have a sprint, and then we can cycle the cursor. Okay. So if we... Oh, middle mouse is there. Okay. We have little notes there.
You have walked up a hill, still in the forest. The road slopes back down the other side of the hill. There is a building in the distance.
Is there? Oh, I guess there is a building in the distance. That's fair. I'm trying to cycle my cursor. Okay. Well, maybe there's nothing to cycle right now. How's my map doing? Oh, I've just walked up via the block road. Oh my gosh. I am going to try to stop pulling up the menu.
You're in open forest with a deep valley to one side.
Okay, that's a pretty valley. I like that. I like the little bird songs. Can I climb up here? No, it's not letting me do that either.
You're in a forest.
Oh, I'm in a forest, am I?
You're in a forest.
Thank you. Okay, let's climb up here. Ooh, we have some water. Ooh.
Nothing happens.
Oh my gosh. That's that change cursor to a hand.
There's no use for that here. There's nothing to do with it here.
So that's working now. Is there anything I can... Okay, that only works in places where I might be able to do something. So that's good to know. Ooh.
You are in a gentle valley near a stream tumbling along a rocky bed.
I was hoping for something a little bit more about the lily pads, but thank you.
The stream tumbles along a rocky bed.
Does it indeed? Let us follow the stream.
The stream tumbles along a rocky bed. The stream tumbles along a rocky bed. The stream tumbles along a rocky bed.
Can I take the rocky bed? Over here we
Following a
have...
stream in a gentle valley.
It is quite a gentle valley. So far nothing has tried to attack me. My shoes should be wet.
The stream tumbles along a rocky bed. The stream tumbles
I
along
like
a
how
rocky
the
bed.
eye lights up a little bit. Ah, what is this?
The grate is locked.
The grate is locked.
You can't go through a locked steel grate.
I can't go through a locked steel grate. Thank you. And then I cannot climb this.
Are you trying to get into the cave? I am prepared to give you a hint, but it will cost you 2 points. Touch the glowing grate if you would like the hint, but hurry before the glow disappears.
I don't think I want this particular hint. Although, like, it's worth knowing.
The grate is very solid and has a hardened steel lock. You cannot enter without a key, and there are no keys in sight. I would recommend looking elsewhere for the keys.
Gee, thanks. Okay, fine, fine. So we lost points for that. Now we know what kind of hints these are. I was just trying to see, you know. Oh, okay, we have this whole area on the map now. That's nice at least. We've taken a picture of the grate. I'm trying to see if, like, I don't know, is there a key over here? There's a tree. Is anything in the tree shaped like a key? There's an owl making a noise. Kind of pleasant noise, I'll be honest, compared to the owls that some owls make. Oh my goodness, I will stop pressing tab at some point. Let's go back up the stream. And let's look inside this building. Okay, you gonna let me choose my cursor? Thank you very much.
You see a small brick building.
I do see a small brick building. Ooh,
There are some keys on the ground here.
there are some keys on the ground there.
There is a shiny brass lamp nearby.
I like that.
There is a bottle of water here.
I like that too.
There is food here.
I don't like that. Food and water, that makes me think this is going to have a food and water mechanic. And I don't like food and water mechanics. Ooh. That's fun.
Hi, I'm Roberta Williams. I've had a long and very rewarding career designing mini adventure games since the year 1980 with my first game, Mystery House. I'm excited to lead you on a journey to explore the game that started it all, Colossal Cave Adventure. It's a vast, intricate game that rewards careful exploration and strategy and really tickles your brain. In fact, it's the game that made me fall in love with game design and led me to my amazing career. In honor of Colossal Cave Adventure's place in gaming history, Ken and I just came out with a brand new version of the old game sporting immersive 3D graphics, character animation, and sound design. Let's dive into a quick history of Colossal Cave Adventure. It all started in 1972 when Patricia...
Oops. Oh shoot, I restarted it? Oh no. I was just trying to see if I could fast forward or something. Okay, well, let's sit here patiently then. I can try to walk closer. Nope. Oh, yeah, we'll do that. My cursor won't go away.
Hi, I'm Roberta Williams. I've had a long and very rewarding career designing mini adventure games since the year 1980.
I don't know why this is so pixelated. I mean, I know I'm
excited to lead you on a journey.
Mystery House is so pixelated.
That started it all. Colossal Cave Adventure. It's a vast, intricate game that rewards careful exploration and strategy and really tickles your brain. In fact, it's the game that made me fall in love with game design and led me to my amazing career. In honor of Colossal Cave Adventure's place in gaming history, Ken and I just came out with a brand new version of the old game.
I'm hoping that this doesn't have like a time of day or an age mechanic.
Character animation and sound design. Let's dive into a quick history of Colossal Cave Adventure. It all started in 1972 when Patricia Crowther, a young computer programmer and mother of 2 daughters, and her husband Will, also a computer programmer, were part of a team exploring the large cave system in Kentucky called Mammoth Cave. They were both avid spelunkers, and Patricia's role was to map the cave, which she dutifully did in her muddy notebooks. Each trek underground brought the team closer to their ultimate goal, discovering a suspected link between the Mammoth Cave system and the neighboring Flint Ridge Cave system. After hours of exploration deep within Mammoth Cave, the team reached a tiny crevice called the Tight Spot. Only one of the cavers was petite enough to even attempt to squeeze through the tight crack, and that was Patricia.
It was a crazy place to even think that you could get your body into. And if you just casually looked down into the hole and saw that crack, you would say no one could possibly fit in there.
She soon realized that she had emerged within Flint Ridge Cave. Now, a small woman squeezing through the tight spot may not sound like much, but this connection had been theorized.
I don't know, that
for
sounds
ages.
awesome.
This one simple act has been viewed as the speleological equivalent of conquering Mount Everest for the very first time. They finally had proof that the 2 caves were part of one enormous 340-mile-long cave system.
Why am I thinking I don't know enough about cave diving for this?
They had collected by entering it into a teletype terminal in their living room that connected to a PDP-1 mainframe computer at Will's workplace, which was Bolt, Baranek, and Newman. Incidentally, Will's work at BBN, now known as Raytheon BBN, ended up being much more influential than his creation of Colossal Cave Adventure. At BBN, he was instrumental in creating the ARPANET, a packet switching network that changed the face of computing and eventually grew into our modern-day internet.
Okay, that's awesome.
Will, with a partner, actually wrote the code that switched the packets. Sadly, in 1976, Patricia and Will Crowther separated and divorced. But that unfortunate event for them turned out to be fortuitous for the computer game industry. After they separated,
I did
Will
not
found it
poison
awkward
Darth
to go
Frog.
caving without Patricia. Instead, he distracted himself by participating in Dungeons and Dragons campaigns and coding late into the night, surrounded by the
yes,
intricate maps
Dungeons
of Mammoth
and
Cave
Dragons,
that they had
the
created
coping
together.
mechanism.
He soon began coding a text-based game to play with his 2 daughters when they came to visit. It was a fantasy exploration of a magical cave, inspired in part by those mini Dungeons and Dragons sessions, faithfully detailing the bedquilt sections of Mammoth Cave that he had explored with Patricia. 700 lines of Fortran code later, his Colossal Cave Adventure was complete, he thought. After finishing the game, Will saved a compiled version on his BBN work computer and then left for a month-long vacation. Upon returning, he realized that Colossal Cave had been discovered by people across the ARPANET. It was a phenomenon. From there, it rapidly spread through computer science labs across the country, stopping work for weeks at a
Arguably
time.
the first game, also arguably
Following
the
here,
first pirated
Don
game.
Woods,
Amazing.
an avid fan of the game, added final touches, including humorous prose, more fantasy elements,
I do
additional
like
puzzles,
humorous
but
prose.
most importantly, a points-based scoring system. In 1979, Microsoft released their own version of the game, and in 1980, Apple did the same, hooking new players across the globe. It was around that time that I first encountered Colossal Cave Adventure. It was just after Christmas of 1979 when my husband Ken brought home a teletype machine to access the IBM 360 mainframe computer at his work. I started playing Colossal Cave
Oh, that's a
on it
beautiful keyboard.
and was instantly hooked. Not long afterward, we purchased a new Apple II computer, and I switched over to playing Apple's version of Colossal Cave Adventure. I finished it with full points, 350. I was thrilled. That's when I realized that this text-based adventure game had completely changed my life. It kickstarted my own career as I went on to design the very first graphic adventure game, which I called Mystery House. Ken programmed it, and it helped to start our own company, Sierra Online. From its
And
start
then
as a simple
Sierra
text-based
went
game to our latest
down.
revival, Colossal Cave's impact on the gaming industry is immeasurable.
Rip Sierra.
It not only paved the way for modern adventure games, it's still incredibly fun and challenging to play. I hope you'll try our tribute to this historic, phenomenal game and experience the magic for yourself.
Wait, is there an
If you
owl on the
enjoy it,
top of this
please give us an honest
house?
review. We hope others will enjoy the. Thank you.
Because if there's an owl on top of this house, I mean, I'm here for tips, tricks, and
Here are my
strategies.
pro tips for playing this wonderfully immersive but sometimes frustratingly complex game. Tip 1. First things first. When you're asked if you'd like instructions, take them.
A little
It may
late
seem
for that
tempting to
hint?
Jump right into the game, but trust me, the instructions will be a big help. Tip 2. Don't forget to keep a notepad.
Okay,
and
notes
pen
are your
nearby.
job,
You'll want to take notes as you play.
Chat?
Tip 3. If you're having trouble with the audio or speed of the game, don't worry. You can easily adjust these by going to the game menu and choosing the settings option. Tip 4. Allow the game to auto-map your way. If you do, you can find the map in the upper left corner of the inventory screen on all versions except VR. On VR, it's the X or primary button on the left controller. Or, for help, use the Y or secondary button. Check your map often. Though it won't reveal what is yet undiscovered, it will keep track of where you've been. It will also display where you have left items behind.
Oh, that's useful.
Tip 5. Save early, save often. At any place that you find tricky, don't sweat it, just save your game. That minor action will vastly reduce any frustration. After completing a puzzle or obtaining an item, save your game. You can save repeatedly and even save over previous saved games as well.
Ah, yes,
Tip
saving over
6.
previous save games.
The
Always
compass is
safe in a
essential for
Roberta Williams
navigating the
design
cave,
game.
So keep an eye on it. You'll find a compass at the top of the screen, and your score will be at the top left corner. In VR, the compass will be on your left controller and your score on the right controller. Tip 7. The eye cursor is your friend. Use it to look around and explore your surroundings. The narrator will describe what you see. But when the eye glows over something, he will tell you even more. But remember, not everything you see is important. Some things are merely scenery.
I like scenery.
Tip 8. The hand cursor represents action. Wherever you see it glow at a certain area, it means you can try to interact with something. Inventory items also glow when hovered over an article they can interact with. Tip 9. Search widely with your cursors, whether the eye, hand, or inventory object. They will glow when they land over an important area. Tip 10. Your inventory will only hold 7 items at a time. Therefore, you'll need to manage your inventory carefully and anticipate your needs. Your map will help you keep track of any items you drop along the way. You can also drop things in other areas strategically. Tip 11. Don't plan to finish the game in one sitting, as there are multiple
I do not
ways
plan
play.
to
Colossal Cave
finish this in one
is
sitting.
more complex than it might seem. There are multiple ways to navigate this game. You'll need
There's
to
another
come up with
owl there.
strategies, especially if you're aiming for that high score of 350 points. Tip 12. There are 2 mazes in Colossal Cave, and they can be somewhat challenging. However, there is a simple solution for both, and a hint will be offered when needed. Tip 13. You'll find that some cave passages are enchanted.
Roberta Williams
and may
has a
prevent passage.
different definition of a simple maze than I
Keep
do.
trying. With perseverance, you can make it through. Tip 14. And remember, not all puzzles are necessarily logical or fair, so be prepared for anything. The
Not
cave
all
can
puzzles
get
are
racy,
fair.
use magic to throw you off track, or even get a bit cheeky at times. Another reason to save your game often. Tip 15. If you are feeling baffled, don't worry. There are hints throughout the game in places where they might be needed. If you are stuck, don't hesitate to take a hint. It will cost you some points, but it's worth it, especially if you're playing the game for the first time.
Yep, definitely worth it. Locks need keys.
16. If you're going for the high score of 350 points, you should have a strategy in mind. You will need to use your moves sparingly.
Strategy.
as the mischievous cave
www.gamefacts.com.
Alternate routes should be
There's a
considered.
pirate. Delightful.
When going for the maximum score, you will not want to take hints or do anything that takes away even a single point. Tip 17. If you have found the dwarf's axe and are carrying it around, be aware that it can be used to expel the dwarfs. Though it's true that they have
wow.
the first move advantage, you most likely will have the chance to retaliate if you're quick. Eliminating the dwarfs one by one will lessen their presence. Tip
Eliminating the dwarves one by
Feeling
one
really
will
stuck
lessen their
and need
presence
more help,
indeed.
You can call our hint line 206-207.
Are you kidding me?
9017.
Is there legitimately a
Our Colossal
hit
Cave
line?
is exactly the same as the original 350-point Crowther and Woods version as far as the gameplay and puzzles are concerned. So walkthroughs and hints online may help you as well. You may also access our website, colossalcave3d.com, for more hints or information. From its start as a simple text-based game to our latest revival, Colossal Cave's impact on the gaming industry is immeasurable. It not only paved the way for modern adventure games, it's still incredibly fun and challenging to play. I hope you'll try our tribute to this historic, phenomenal game and experience the magic for yourself. If you enjoy it, please give us an honest review. We hope others will enjoy the adventure as well. Thank you.
All right. And there's a dragon.
Colossal Cave, reimagined by Roberta Williams. The only way out is in.
Ooh. Okay, there was a bus in that picture? I don't know what that's about.
You're
There's a chair
inside
here.
a building, a well house for a large spring.
Oh, I'm going to turn off the TV. Can I take any nails out of the... Ooh, there's some missing... It's a very blue sky. I cannot take any nails out of anything.
That is useless right now.
I can't take any
There's
paint
nothing to do with
cans.
it here.
Let's take keys. And I mean, we're here, so we'll take food and water and a lantern. That seems fair, right? Ooh,
You're inside a well house.
I see something down there.
That won't work here. There's
Why
nothing
not?
to do with it here.
Why was there a little sparkly
You're
thing?
inside a well house.
I can't crouch. Okay, well, fine. Little sparkly thing. That's a good question. So there is an antenna here. Speakers on the sides. And there's like a nice little grate here.
You're inside a building, a well house for a large... No need to close it.
Oh, there's no need to close it?
No need to close it.
There's a desire to close it. Isn't that good enough? Judgy. Can I close it from here?
No need to close it.
No, okay, fine. So there's no owl up here. I'm noticing that.
You see a well house.
I do.
You see a well house.
And sometimes there are like little magic-y dots.
You see a well house.
Okay.
You see a well
Fine.
house.
I have keys. Let's go see a well house. Oh, can I use the water bottle in the
Water.
water?
Your bottle already contains water.
Okay, fine. My bottle does
Set of
already.
keys.
Okay, we'll do a set of keys thing. Let's go into what is presumably a cave.
Set of keys. You have unlocked the grate.
Ah, that's fantastic. Okay, so how do I prevent myself from getting locked in here? Or is this not that kind of game? Okay, and then we just use to go in, to go down. That's good to know.
You're in a small chamber beneath a 3x3 steel grate to the surface. A low crawl over cobbles leads inwards to the west.
Okay. Let's check this out. We're in the upper cave. The upper forest goes that way. Is this...
You're in a small chamber
Okay.
beneath a 3x3 steel grate to the surface. A low crawl over cobbles leads inwards to the west.
So these are not useful, important documents strewn around the floor. Interesting. Let's go to the... If we... Oh, what's...
You are crawling over cobbles in a low passage.
Yes, I am crawling over cobbles in a low passage. I guess I really shouldn't experience... It's a very dark game. Oh! It's a very dark game. I wonder if I have a lantern. There's a tire here.
You're crawling in a low passage.
How do I refill the lantern? That's what I'm worried about.
It's getting difficult to see in here.
You're right, it is getting difficult to see in here. Oh, fine.
Brass lantern.
Let's lamp
The lantern
on.
is now lit.
Okay, that makes it easier to see. Let's go through here. I like the lighting. Anything in there that, like, seems like it could be useful? No. Back at that stick. Lots of sticks. Did I just go around in a circle? I think I just went around in a circle. Yeah, I'm not managing... We kind of want to go, like, west. Oh, crowbar? No, just a piece of steel. Ooh, okay. But this is a fun cave. Okay, so...
It says Zizzy.
Okay, so that's how you pronounce it. That's... Thanks.
It says Zizzy.
It does say Zizzy. Okay, and so does that therefore become a note or a...
Zizzy. Zizzy. You feel a strange pulling sensation.
Okay. Well, what did I do?
You're back in the well house.
Ooh.
That is useless right now.
I'm back in the well house. Okay, so Zizzy is like a go home button. That's fun. Let's go back down here. Okay, we found the debris room. Yeah. I feel like we're not like... No, that's just a can. Oh, no, that is blocked. I just wish that these, like, notes meant something. Or like
You're crawling in a low passage.
Ooh.
There is a small wicker cage discarded nearby.
That seems useful
There's
for
nothing to it
capturing a
here.
bird. That's very narrow. Okay, I zizzied, but then did I get stuck? Let's go this way. Was I not getting stuck? Okay. The problem with this auto map is that I'm not on it. Oh, okay, there we are. We're back here. And so we have like some shiny wet along the rock.
You are
That's
in
pretty.
a debris room filled with stuff washed in from the surface. A low, wide passage with cobbles becomes plugged with mud and debris here. But an awkward canyon leads upward and west.
Okay. Upward and west. This is a very... almost... okay, this is just debris. That's what we're supposed to see here. Extra, read all about it backwards. It's a good point. Digging is, digging can be important. Let's go. Whoa. Okay.
You're in an awkward, sloping east-west canyon.
The awkward canyon. That's fun. Oh, and then we can go between these maps. Okay. That looks like if I fall, I die. Like, I feel like there's not an exit to down here. But it's so pretty. Ooh, there's bats. I did see the bats. Lots of bats. Are they being scared by my lamp? Ooh. And I hear... oh, I see.
A cheerful little bird is sitting here singing.
I do see a cheerful little bird. Can I, like...
A cheerful little bird is sitting here singing.
hello, cheerful little bird. I don't want to scare you.
Tasty food. Bottle of water. Wicker cage.
Can I use the cage on the bird?
You have captured the bird.
Aha, excellent. I have a bird. I don't know if I'm supposed to have a bird, but I do now. Ooh. Burb get. Ooh.
At your feet is a small pit breathing traces of mist. A white mist, usually water, seen from time to time in caverns. It can be found anywhere, but is frequently a sign of a deep pit leading down to water.
I like that. I'll go down this. Trying to see what's up here. Nothing of interest. We can go down. Fire truck hat, you would say that. Okay, so we have
At your feet is a small pit breathing traces of mist. A white mist, usually water, seen from time to time in caverns. It can be found anywhere, but is frequently a sign of a deep pit leading down to water.
So it may not be a misty mountain, but it is a misty cave. This is like, I don't know why I can't inspect this arch anymore. It's clearly like man-made or dwarf-made or something. Like this here, big cavern, can't see the top of it.
You're at the east end of a vast hall stretching out of sight to the west. There are openings to either side. To the north, a cold wind blows up from a wide stone staircase leading downward. The hall is filled with wisps of white mist swaying to and fro, almost as if alive. Rough stone steps go upward behind you, and an upward scramble to the south leads to a chamber.
Ooh. I like chamber. Oh, I see somebody up there. If I go up here. Okay, this is the Hall of Mists. We've been into the Misty Pit. There's an east bank of the fissure. And then we have north and south. Okay, cool.
A dwarf is hard at work in there.
Yes, a dwarf is hard at work in there. Is that a good thing? Hello, dwarf.
A dwarf is hard at work in there. It says you won't get it up the steps.
Bear? I have walked too close to this dwarf.
Whoa!
Hi, dwarf. Whoa. That dwarf is no longer here.
A pickaxe is stuck in the rock. There is a large, sparkling nugget of gold here.
That sounds like treasure. So, like...
You could never pull it out. You could never pull it out, no matter how hard you try.
Rude. Okay, so we won't get it up the steps.
It says you won't get it up the steps.
That makes me think that I won't be able to take the gold up the steps. Okay, so let's just check in the inventory here. We have this here. Does that mean that if I try to go this way...
Those steps are unclimbable while carrying that heavy gold nugget.
Right. So, I'm problem solving.
Zizzy, that is useless right now.
Dang it.
A little dwarf. Watch out!
Ah! Yeah, that's right, you missed. But, like... no axe anywhere? Oh, there we go.
There is a little axe here.
No, now there's a little axe in my hand. So, if I go down there, I won't be able to come back up with my gold. I like having gold. Does that mean I need to find another way out? There's stuff here.
You're on the east bank of a fissure slicing clear across the hole. The mist is quite thick here, and the fissure is too wide to jump. The fissure is wide and deep.
Yes, it is wide and deep indeed. Okay.
There must be a way to cross this fissure.
I agree.
There must be a way to cross this fissure.
Ooh. Can I throw an axe?
That won't work here.
No. I was trying to, like, see if I could throw it.
That is useless right now.
But nope. But I have an axe. So that's... Okay, if I go down here... Okay, I can climb these stairs just fine with the heavy gold. That's fine. Okay. That's totally logical. We have 52 points. I always feel like I'm crouching in this game. Okay. So, I'm going down more stairs. Ooh.
You're in the Hall of the Mountain King, with passages off in 5 directions.
I enjoy that we get jams. Is there a face on this little statue?
Enigmatic statues populate this grand space.
Ooh.
You're in the Hall of the Mountain King, with passages off in 5 directions. Enigmatic statues populate this grand space.
This is a broken statue, and I wanted to know more about it.
There's nothing to do. Enigmatic statues populate this grand space. Could this have been the king's throne?
I mean, it definitely looks like it could have been the king's throne. What happens if I, like, go on the king's throne? Can I do that? Nope. I really wish there was a jump button. That looked fancy.
A huge,
Whoa.
green, fierce
Whoa.
snake bars the way.
Actually, got scared there. My gosh. Snake. Snake, can I...
A huge, green, fierce snake bars the way.
Can I throw my axe at it?
That won't work here. There's nothing to do with it here.
Why?
Attacking the snake won't work, and is very dangerous.
Okay. So...
Little brass lamp. Tasty food. Bottle of water. Zizzy. Zizzy. Nothing happens. Tasty food. Bottle of water. That won't work with the snake. Large gold. Tasty food. That won't work with the snake.
What's wrong with that?
You're in the Hole of the Mountain King.
Okay, so I don't know how to get rid of the snake yet.
Little bird in a cage.
I feel like this is a terrible idea.
Attacks the green snake, and in an astounding flurry, drives the snake away.
Moon logic! Woohoo! I don't think I have a bird anymore. Nope. Ooh, so this goes...
There are bars of silver here.
Are there?
Sorry, you'll need to...
I need to drop something.
Set of keys. Large set of keys.
I'm gonna drop the set of
Things
keys.
You're carrying requires a nice, wide, flat place to put them.
What is wrong with this nice...
Keys. Large set of keys.
There. Silver. Okay.
You're in a low north-south passage at a hole in the floor. The hole goes down to an east-west passage. It says Y2.
Indeed it does. Okay, so we're in the Y2 room. Well, let's go this way.
Bars of silver.
We've found so much treasure. That... Oh, we have a mirror puzzle.
The shadowy figure seems to be trying to attract your attention.
Oh, man! That's awesome. I am trying
That
to...
won't work here.
Hello. Can I do something with this?
That's a crazy light. Some dimwit cobbled that contraption together.
Yeah, they did. Can I uncobble it with
I
my...
wouldn't touch that. You could get electrocuted.
I know, but
I wouldn't touch that. You could get electrocuted.
I want to get I mean, I don't.
touch
But
that.
like...
You could get electrocuted.
Is there anything on this
There's
that I
nothing
can
here
use?
that you can use. Just looks like old rusty prospecting paraphernalia.
What's in my inventory?
Dwarf's axe.
Okay, so not so much with letting me use this.
There's nothing to... Nothing happens.
Nothing happens indeed.
That is useless right now.
Okay, so this light is weird. That guy follows me.
That won't work here. There's no use for that here. The shadowy figure seems to be trying to attract your attention.
Okay. What if I turn off
Brass
my lamp?
lantern. You have turned off the lantern. It is now pitch dark. If you proceed, you will most likely fall into a pit.
Well, I mean, I won't. I won't fall into a pit. Rude.
Brass lantern. The lantern is now lit.
Okay. You're stretching your arms out. And then you're saying to listen. Then you're waving. Okay, so we found the waving man puzzle.
Bars of silver. Bars of silver.
Ooh, can I get out with the bars of silver? Probably.
You hear the
Ooh.
word plu.
I do hear the word plu. Can I go back here? That was weird. That was weird, right?
Plu. Plu. That is useless right now. Zizzy. Zizzy. There's no use for that here.
Well, I was trying to get his
Shadowy
attention.
figure seems to be trying to attract your
Okay.
attention.
Fine. So we heard the word plu. And there's this like little...
Maybe you can fit through this small crack. Brass. Plu. Plu. There's nothing to do with it here.
Can I fit through this small crack? I mean, it really looks like I can't. So I need some sort of shrinking potion. Okay. Yeah, it does say plu.
You're in a large room with a passage to the south, a passage to the west, and a wall of broken rock to the east.
Okay. Let's go down here.
There's no use for that here. You see a sturdy ladder.
We use the sturdy ladder. Bed quilt. Dirty broken passage.
There is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. It missed.
Thank goodness.
Dwarf's axe.
Use?
That won't work here.
Rude. Okay, I have to be faster with that. And there's a knife around here somewhere, maybe? Well, I don't see the knife, but that's probably fine. Good to Good to know that there are delightful little, friends. Okay. So let's go this way. I just feel like the deeper I go, the more fun we'll have.
Bars of silver.
But I also want to, like, try to return... Okay.
There are cracks everywhere, but you may be able to slip through this one.
Oh, may I be able to? Ooh.
You stumble around in the dark and seem to have returned where you started. Don't give up. Keep trying. You stumble around in the dark and seem to have returned where you started.
Oh, but I wonder if I'm actually returning to where I started. So...
Bars of silver.
Drop some silver.
You stumble around in the dark.
Okay, I am actually getting back to where I started.
You need to be a little closer to climb that. You need to be a little closer to climb that.
We'll go down further. Stairs there. Ooh, that's pretty. I think I want to go to
There's a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. It missed.
Tab.
Dwarf's axe.
Use.
You have attacked a little dwarf, but he has dodged out of the way.
Darn.
Bars of silver.
Okay, fine. We'll take our axe back. Oh, that was the dwarf's knife, I think. Ooh. That looks deep.
There is an enormous clam here. Its shell is tightly closed. It is too big and heavy to carry.
I bet there's a pearl in there. How do I get that to open it?
You're in a large room carved out of sedimentary rock. The floor and walls are littered with bits of shells embedded in the stone. A shallow passage proceeds downward, and a somewhat steeper one leads up. A low hands and knees passage enters from the south.
I love these descriptions. And I agree, Settle Down Beavis. What even are the, like, hit zones in this? I should probably be saving? Let's save. Let's just, you know, save our game. Very far away from anywhere useful. Clam room. Thank you for redeeming that save. Make it official, yeah. Okay, there's nothing down here? Is what I'm seeing? Just a cul-de-sac, okay. Ooh, okay, and then there's the Arched Hall, Complex Junction, Dusty Rocks. That is a complex junction. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. So there's no need to be in the cul-de-sac now, as far as I can tell. Because there's nothing here.
You're in a cul-de-sac. You're in a cul-de-sac.
Okay. So let's go... Was this the confusing junction room? No, this is the shell room. So then we go up. Up, 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 up. And now we're trapped again? Because this is... Oh, this is the Arched Hall. We want to go the other direction to the complex room. How do we get there?
You're in a shell room.
I am in a shell room. Oh, that was here. Right. So we haven't gone up these stairs, or up and then down. That's a steel beam. Nice.
You see a sturdy ladder.
A very human-looking ladder. You know what I mean? Like, this is now very modern-looking technology. We were kind of looking fantasy for a while there, but like...
You're on the wrong side of the ladder.
Am I? I just want to see these lights.
You see a sturdy ladder. You see a sturdy ladder.
I would like to be... Oh, okay, there we go.
You're in an anteroom leading to a large passage to the east. Small passages go west and up. The remnants of recent digging are evident.
Okay, that's just a flat-out door. So, like...
Axe. You briefly ponder throwing your axe at the little dwarf, but change your mind. Why stir up trouble?
Because it told me to stir up trouble.
Looks like the Wit Construction Company, whoever they are building something. I wonder there are threatening dwarves here. Knives are thrown. None of them hit you. You have vanquished a little dwarf.
Darn tootin'. So I didn't come from here. I came from, okay, I want to take some, no, I can't. Run, little dwarf man, run. What was he reading?
There is a recent issue of Spelunker Today magazine here. Sorry, you'll need to drop something.
Fine, I will drop something.
Large bottle of water. Taste wicker cage. There is a recent issue of Spelunker Today. Spelunker Today. I'm afraid the magazine is written in Dwarvish.
Of course it's written in Dwarvish.
Sorry, you'll need to drop something, but nothing happens.
You dropped your magazine. This is like flat out like modern wood construction. You know? Ooh. This looks like some sort of like elevator-y thing. That's pretty awesome.
Oh my. What was that?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Let's
you
try
need to be a little closer to climb that.
Let's try climbing up.
You managed to escape Wit's End.
So wait, what? Did that just take me back to where I was? Yes. Okay. So this is a maze?
Wit's End.
This is a maze. I see. What is down?
You have crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. Don't give up. Keep trying. You have crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. You have crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. You have crawled around. You need to be a little closer to climb that. Don't give up. Keep trying. You have crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
Okay. So I think we're in our maze. A maze. That's exciting. Bunch of question marks. West is supposed to lead back.
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up
okay, I
back in the main passage.
I haven't gone through them all yet. Southeast.
You've crawled around in some
northeast.
little holes and wound up back in the main passage. Don't give up. You've
North, I want to
crawled around
go.
in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
Oh man, I got out of here so easily.
You need to be a little closer to climb that. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. Don't give up. Keep trying.
Okay. So,
Plue.
what if I say Plue?
Plue. There's nothing to do with it here.
What if I say Zizzy?
Zizzy. There's no use for that here.
Huh. And then it was the Western Passage that...
You've crawled around in some little holes and found your way blocked by a recent cave-in. You're now back in the main passage.
That's interesting.
You've crawled around in some little holes and found your way blocked by a
Okay.
recent cave-in.
I feel like I
You're now back in
accidentally
the main
solved this
passage.
puzzle really quickly. So let's go to the east.
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
And then back to the east?
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. Don't give up. Keep trying.
Okay, so... That's amazing. So, I just did what it said, and it suggested looking at, you know, the game earlier, suggested looking at online walkthroughs. And, yeah. So, don't repeat the same one in a row. There's an arbitrary solution. It might be frustrating. However, this one walkthrough posits that there is an additional solution. You can leave Wit's End by not entering the room altogether. You can just avoid it entirely. Okay, so let's go east.
You've crawled around.
And then northeast.
You've crawled around in some little holes and
then north.
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main.
And then northwest.
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
West.
If you need help getting out of here, I can give you a hint, but it will cost you 3 points. If you want the hint, touch the... You're at Wit's End. Do not go west.
Okay. Cool. So we'll go southwest?
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
Is this literally go everywhere?
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main
South.
passage. Don't give up.
Southeast.
You've crawled around in some little hole.
East.
You've crawled around in some little
northeast.
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound.
North.
You've crawled around in some little holes and.
Northwest.
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. You need to be a little close. You see a sturdy ladder.
Down.
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
And then up.
You need to be a little closer. You see a sturdy ladder. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
Or is it don't go west at all?
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main. You've crawled around in some little holes. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
Huh. Okay. Okay.
You've crawled around in some little holes. You've crawled around in some little holes.
So?
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
Genuinely, the solution to this puzzle is keep going, not west.
You've crawled around in some little... You've crawled around... You've crawled around in some...
And then at some point you get out of here.
And wound up back
I got so lucky the first time.
Keep trying. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main... You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. You've crawled around in some little... You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up...
I'm gonna crawl around in a little hole.
You've crawled around... You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
Any direction. Okay. South?
You've crawled around.
Let's check that map. We've seen all of the directions except for west, which
and wound up back in the main
to be fair,
You've crawled around in some... You've crawled around in...
East.
You've crawled around in some...
Southeast.
You've crawled around in some little...
South.
You've crawled around in some little hole.
Southwest.
You've crawled around in some little hole.
Northwest.
You've crawled around in some little holes and found your way...
North.
You've crawled around in some little... You need to be a little closer to climb that. Don't... You need to be a little... You need to be a little... You see a sturdy ladder.
We'll go up here.
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
Okay. Okay.
You've crawled around in some little... You've crawled around...
I don't know if it's important to go through different blocks.
You've crawled around... You've crawled around... You've crawled around... You've crawled around... You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
Thank you for redeeming Hydrate, Lady QW.
Back in the main... You've crawled around in some little... You've crawled around...
This is like the worst luck ever.
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
Because, like, I did get out of this.
You've crawled
at one point. At one point I got out of
back in
this.
the main passage.
What if I just keep going up?
Little holes and wound up back in the main
Is that going to work?
Don't give up. Keep trying. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
I mean, I could I could, you know, unsave. Okay. I do have a save file from before entering here.
You've crawled around it. You've crawled.
At least it's like relatively fast compared to.
You've crawled. You've crawled. You've crawled.
For Valentine's Day, I decided to get my wife some beads for an abacus. It's the little things that count.
It's a funny joke. Thank you for recycling that, Plumberry Muffin. Let's save here. We've escaped Wit's End. Okay, so don't go there. Wit's End is there. That is bad. There is like marking. Okay. We haven't been here before? Yeah. We have not been here before. Let's try this. Apparently there's like a 1 in 50 chance. And Poison Dart Throg, I think she's a little Mrs. That doesn't. Okay. And then there's stairs there, and do I still have the gold? I still have gold and silver. Can I get up here?
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
Rude. Rude. Oh, the bed quilt room. Are we in yet another of these delightful...
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
We are back in some little holes. Okay, so let us look at the map. We have gone... we've gone up.
Dwarf's Axe.
We've gone into our inventory.
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
Okay, so this just like gets me back out here.
Keep trying.
Do I want to keep trying though? I don't know. Like, what's the benefit of keeping trying?
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up. You've crawled around.
Like, there's a definitive exit to this one.
Passage.
So this has a maze. Ooh, but we got a loading screen. So what do we have here? Where are we here? Secret Canyon. Yay? I love secret canyons. So the bed quilt room is a maze that gets us something.
You need to be a little closer to climb that.
I like how I can climb this with the heavy nugget of gold, no problem. But stairs, those are an issue. Ooh, fun.
This appears to be a new detour.
Oh boy.
You are in a secret canyon that exits to the north and the east. A huge green fierce dragon bars the way.
I've seen the huge green fierce dragon there. Do we think that it likes meats? Dragons like meat, right? Ooh, and that dragon has something special near it. We can...
A huge green fierce dragon bars the way. There is a Persian rug here.
Yeah, there is a Persian rug there. Will it? Okay. We're really close to the dragon. Do we think it's a friendly dragon? Or do we think it's a about to kill me? Hey, you know what we can do? We can do a thing. Let's just go, let's press escape. Let's press save game. This is how you do things. We're in the secret passage. I mean, it's such a pretty dragon.
The dragon looks rather nasty. You'd best not try to get by. Attack a dragon with your bare hands. Someone reckless would try that. Congratulations. You just vanquished a dragon with your bare hands. Unbelievable, isn't it?
What is this game?
There is a Persian rug here.
Okay.
Sorry. Spelunker today. Dropping things. Sorry, you'll need to drop something before you can carry. Spelunker today. You are in a secret canyon that exits to the north and the east.
That is... Are we on the other side of this? No.
You are above there is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. It missed. Dwarf's axe. You have vanquished a little dwarf.
Will I be able to get that back? Yes, I will. Okay, good.
Persian rug.
I like that I have a Persian rug. There's definitely, like, stuff around here. Oh, there's, like, an actual staircase. That's fair.
The wide steps are blocked by a mass of boulders. You're in a secret east-west canyon above a tight canyon below.
Ooh, and then there's, like...
You're in a secret east-west canyon above a tight canyon below.
A nice little passage here.
This walkway is rather rickety. I'd be careful if I were you.
I wouldn't
You're
be.
above a tall... The wide steps are blocked by a mass of boulders. This walkway is rather rickety. I'd be careful if I were you.
That's probably one of those adventure game things where we can use that like once and once only, right? That seems like the kind of thing that they'd pull. Oh. Okay. We're back to the Hall of the Mountain King, which we still can't get out of. We do have this secret canyon now that we know how to get to. Down only. Okay. Well... Okay, so this is down only.
You are overlooking a tight north-south canyon below. Persian rug.
I was gonna try to ride the rug.
Tasty food. Dwarf's axe. Tasty food. Persian rug.
Right, Lady QEW redeemed a hydrate a while ago, 10 minutes ago. I should really get more things to drink. And while we're at that, let's save. Yeah. Yes, Plumberry Muffin, absolutely yes. Okay. So, let's press escape to save the game. Here. I'm gonna quickly go get something to drink. Enjoy a chair? I'll be right back.
If you're struggling to think of what to get someone for Christmas, get them a fridge and watch their face light up when they open it.
Ah. All right, I missed a whack load of stuff. Okay. Thank you for redeeming Recycled Joke, Plumberry Muffin. Chairs are great. I will now hydrate. And that is a delightful joke. And let's go down this down-only passageway that says down only. Yep, no going up from there. Okay. So there is a dwarf there.
I see a dwarf clearing away rocks.
Yeah, I do. And then I ready my axe. Yeah, what indeed. Oh, running away from me, are you? Not if I can help it. Ooh. This is a prey cave. I like these mushrooms.
Delightful fungi are providing enchanting illumination.
It's very enchanting. Okay. The Swiss cheese room. Fair. South takes me to the east-west canyon of the secret canyon. I've gone nowhere else in here.
It's just a rock. Nothing interesting. Delightful fungi are providing... You must not touch them. They are sensitive and may shrink away. You must not touch them. They are sensitive and may shrink away.
I mean, they really aren't sensitive, and they are not shrinking away. But...
Delightful fungi are providing enchanting illumination.
Delightful Fungi would be an amazing nickname. You are right. Okay, so what do we have in terms of exits here? We have up here. Where does this take us? That took us to the bed quilt room. Interesting. So the bed quilt room, as we get to it, works. Okay, cool. We can when we...
You've crawled around these little holes and wound up back in the main passage.
I see.
Don't give up. Keep trying.
I see indeed what we have done here. Northwest. Northwest is a place. It's kind of dark. Ooh. Okay. Completely different architecture.
This is the Orient Room. Ancient Asian cave drawings cover the walls. A gently sloping passage leads upwards to the north, another passage leads southeast, and a hands and knees crawl leads west.
Okay. So, that's...
There's a delicate, precious Ming vase here.
Definitely a treasure.
Sorry, you'll need to drop something before you can carry in. Take a bottle of water.
Drop that? We shouldn't need water, right? Right?
This seems to be an ancient ritual vessel for cooking food. Interesting. You have no need for cooking food. You see a gong, an instrument for meditative journeys.
Can I use the gong? Nope. Sometimes I'm trying to trick the interface by going over here, changing to the hand, and then going back here, and then it resets my cursor. Okay. So, if I look at the map here, it said there was what did it say?
This is the Orient Room.
Sloping passage leads upwards to the north. I want to get up with all of my stuff.
Upwards to the north. Another passage leads southeast, and a hands and knees crawl leads west.
Ooh, Misty Cave.
You are following a wide path around the outer edge of a large cavern. Far below, through a heavy white mist, strange splashing noises can be heard. The mist rises up through a fissure in the ceiling. The path exits to the south and west.
That's fun.
You're in a misty cavern. The path exits to the south and west.
Okay. And we haven't been here before. South is back to the Orient Room. So we'll go west. I definitely wanted to ring the gong. What the heck is going on here? Some things are tumbling around.
You're in a meandering lava tunnel.
Oh!
You're in a meandering lava tunnel.
That sounds totally safe and not at all awful and terrifying.
You're in a meandering lava tunnel.
Am I? Am I indeed? Is there anything around here? No?
You are in an alcove. A narrow northwest path seems to widen after a short distance. An extremely It's too tight. You cannot fit through this tight tunnel because of an item that you're carrying. You'd best take inventory and drop something.
Well, that's...
Tasty food.
We think it's probably the food, right?
The food is rather tasty.
And now we can definitely get through here, right?
You cannot fit through this tight tunnel because of an item that you're carrying. Persian rug.
Don't like dropping treasures.
You cannot fit through this tight
Okay,
tunnel
fine.
because of an item that you're
I am
carrying.
taking that treasure.
Large gold nut. Bars of silver. Persian rug. You cannot fit through this tight tunnel because of an
Seriously?
Ming vase. Brass lantern. You cannot fit through.
Seriously?
Axe. There's nothing to do with it here.
Okay,
There's
fine.
no use for that here.
I'm not going through that tunnel then. I don't like it. Unless all I have to do is drop my lantern. Then can I go through here? Is my lantern the thing that is like...
You cannot fit through this tight tunnel because of an item that you're carrying.
Yeah, okay,
You best take
fine.
inventory and drop something.
Liar. Okay,
Brass
so there's a
lantern.
meandering lava tunnel-y thing. It's dangerous and lava-y. Got it. Don't like it, but I got it. Misty room here. Ooh.
Goodness. That was a mighty fall. Oh dear. You seem to have been ousted from your adventure. I might be able to help, but I've never really done this before. Do you want me to try and resurrect you?
Okay, let's...
All right. But don't blame me if something goes wrong.
Okay. Let me guess. Ooh. That was an interesting way of doing
The
that.
Persian rug.
I can place the Persian rug. Yeah, that's right, I can. There we go.
Bars of silver.
Accidental fall to death is
Large gold nugget.
a great way
Vase.
to...
Dropping things you're carrying requires a nice, wide, flat place to put them. That is...
Oh, yeah, no, I want to place this.
The new vase drops with a delicate crash.
What? What?
You could never put them together again.
What? Okay, rude. Well, that happened. Oh. All right, let's see where I'm at. Okay, we have dropped a Ming vase in there. No, I didn't drop it at all. Upper cave, we have keys sitting around in the place that goes to the bed quilt. We haven't explored the altar room thing off the Hall of the Mountain King. There was the whole Swiss cheese room. The secret cavern has our dwarf magazine. There's bed quilt, which was a mess, but we kind of got all of the way there, except for the fact that the bed quilt room does have a thing that goes north, but that looks like a narrow passage, so who knows? There's the Orient room, and we didn't go through the alcove. That's fine, or west out. And then we have the open forest. Okay, so, that... To the first death, let's just save the game here. We'll save there, sure. We've gotten some points. Let's see. I think, as it's getting late, and I don't really know what I want to do next, we'll go for a bit of a raid. Let's see, and we'll continue this next week, because this is a fun game. So, yeah. Let's see. I wonder if there's anybody who is streaming this game right now. Probably just me? Yeah, just me. Isn't that always the way? And no one is streaming the original version, so that's sad. You know, no one's streaming the PDP 11 version. Okay, so let's go from one adventure game to another. Looks like Shoujo is playing some Twilight Princess HD. Let's see if we can go there. Yeah, okay, we're gonna raid Shoujo. Shoujo's awesome. Currently playing Twilight Princess HD. Looks like they're playing all of the... I think she's playing all of the Zelda games, possibly. I'm not sure what the deal is over there with her Zeldathon, but yeah. We're going to go over there, check things out. It's been a great night. I hope everybody has a great evening. And there's an owl here. Sorry, before we go there, I'll get to that raid thing, but there's an owl.
A large owl seems to be watching you.
There's an owl. I want to get close enough to touch the owl. I can't. Okay, I can't even scare the owl. Okay, so there was an owl there. Raid message is this one. Spread love, not trash. And I will see you all later. And yeah, have a great evening with that. There we go.